I know. Where's the Walking Dead video? US stop, okay? Relax and calm your butts, alright? I wanted Nicole to do that video, hence I sent her the script, and she kind of refused, so hopefully, very soon this week or next week, hopefully. So keep calm. Besides, I got a new mic. Yay! Anyways, just when you thought Life is Strange, Max and Chloe's story is over, oh boy, you were far from right, as we got comics that sets in a separate universe, and that's what we're gonna talk about today. Look, most of you will leave after The Walking Dead anyway, so I gotta show what else I can do besides The Walking Dead, so y'all can stay. Please stay after The Walking Dead. Anyways, welcome to Ups and Downs, a show where we'll go through the entire story, give good bits an up and bad bits a big fat down. I'm your host SmackNPie. Without further ado, let's up Life is Strange comic issue number 1 down. Alright, look, I know there are 4 issues out already. We're late in this a little bit, so here's the deal. I'll make 4 videos consistently on a regular basis until we catch up with the actual story this week. Cool? Alright, let's get to comic now, as it starts with this beautiful cover of Max and Chloe with Titan Comics in it by Emma, Claudia, and Andrea. Shout out to them. The comic starts with previously, and we do get Max's diary style previously, where we see the Priceville ending where Max goes on to say how she can't make this choice, and Chloe insists her, flaming the fire even more, and basically they end up killing the whole town and bouncing for Seattle. Good shoe, getting it up. Now the reason I gave this an up is because even after all these years, thinking about what happened in that depressed game, that depressed ending, it still does something to my head and to my stomach, and that's a good sign. I still remember waiting for all those episodes and watching other people play it. It was mostly putes. And before starting, they added this line which is really interesting, which is, in one sequence of events, Max chose to save Chloe's life, sacrificing Arcadia Bay, and in a multiverse of infinite possibilities, this is one version of what happened next. You see, this is interesting because the line of multiverse and infinite possibilities, this hints towards, and fingers crossed, hopefully something that if original had done, it would have been fire. Basically, this is where a multi-dimensional universe happens, where Max, even after saving Chloe's life, goes in different worlds. That's what I wanted to see. I will come to that in just a second. We then get to our first official page covered with butterflies, emphasizing on butterfly effect, not the Until Dawn version, but the Life is Strange version. We then get to see Max sitting on her own, talking or thinking to herself. Chaos Theory. Y'all remember that episode? It was fire. She has this amazing line of butterfly wings where she said, "I wasn't the butterfly. I never was. I was a particle of dust caught in the beat of its wings, just like everything else." This is more than true, because as much as we think Max got this power and all, she is still just one person, a particle in this hurricane, getting it up for the writing. We also get the first nosebleed of the comic. We then get this shot where it shows Seattle 24. We're now officially in Seattle with Max, and she's already made new friends. It's also worth noting it's been a year, and let's see how much consistency this story and comic got. Max took photos of her new friends, and they're all impressed, or are they? Basically, they were telling her what she wanted to hear. I still don't trust these suckers, but fingers crossed. We then get our introduction to Chloe. This automatically gets an up. We get classic Chloe, the way we remembered her. Nothing's changed. She's obviously worried about what they had done with the time and universe, but then she takes this note out of her pocket. We then transition back to diner or restaurant. The story then throws us back to what happened last year, which was 2013, and we basically learned that it's been a year since Storm hit Arcadia Bay, and also that Nathan is dead. We all remember what happened to that psycho after party, and also that Prescotts are donating funding into the rebuilding of Arcadia Bay. But then we cut to this weird segment of this one girl saying, "F Max, isn't that the storm you and Chloe escaped? That was your school, right?" Like, heck yeah it was. You see, I hate these kind of people in real life as well. They know everything. They know what's going on, and just to make things even worse, they're like, "Oh, so you did that wrong thing in the past, didn't you? It was you, right? I'm sorry." Like, what the freak, man? Anyways, then this other dude says, "Shoo." And then to make things even worse, this other dude says, "Amazing how fast they can rebuild when a rich white family loses stuff." Obviously, Max is also white, so that kind of killed the mood. I personally liked where it was going, but then they just dropped the whole thing. Like, what? Down. And then things were going to get even worse, but someone saved the day. That's right, you guessed it, Chloe. She basically changed the topic, being herself, talking about Max's pictures and all. What I love here the most is that they're keeping the consistency of Chloe's character. Her being that unbalanced, not giving two shoots, and being protective to Max all the time, even though there's an act of selfish, as people would like to call it. So for that, giving it up. They then goes on to say how many fans they got, their band and all that, and what if the dude even roast his own band? Cool, I guess. It's good that we're learning about other characters as well, because we'll have more interactions with them in the future, so yeah. Then for no reason, Max and Chloe jumps bathroom break. Now I have no idea why they did that, but we'll learn that in just a second. However, what comes next is all four of those looking at them, saying poor things, and I wonder what the heck is really going on in their heads. And we got a good line of why do we hold memorial events to remember awful things, to which Dex responded to, so that we're never allowed to forget. Now that was kind of weak and I expected something better, but okay, this is where things get confusing. Bear with me, let's try to get this through together. Okay, so Chloe's all upset with the news and Prescott's and Jefferson and what they'd actually done, but this was a poor writing. So when you have an audience hooked up, you don't throw things everywhere. We got new characters, new story, new everything. Sure, it's already more than enough to process. And now this, I get it, it's Chloe's character, but the way it was written down. Now don't get me wrong, the intentions were there, they saved the scenario quickly, but it was so confusing, and as a reader, I shouldn't be confused. This comic was supposed to answer mysteries, not create one. We then get a small argument between both, where Chloe mentioned that note. Max said, I figured the one I got was for both of us, which of course made Chloe upset, since, you know. Chloe then mentions the diner and how she thinks that she wanted to go back is the right thing. This was also my theory that if they'd continue Max and Chloe's journey, they would have ended up in Arcadia Bay anyway, because it's Chloe, she'll never give up. Chloe then mentions how she feels weird to be in this place since because she was supposed to be dead. It was good. Max then feels that headache all over again. Of course she would. Saving Chloe doesn't mean you got rid of problems or your powers. Chloe then mentions again about how she wasn't supposed to be here, to which Max responded with, you're here and I wouldn't change that for anything. Repetitive much? I'll take it. We then get this amazing chemistry between two, where Chloe finds this picture of Max where she was genuinely looking happy. Upon insisting, Max told Chloe that I was happy because I'd be going back to Arcadia Bay, seeing you. Up. Then this other girl comes in to remind us that it's some gig tomorrow and we need to be there, and they also had pirate theme. What? Okay, this is where things and comic actually picked up its pace. We're now at the place where we wanted to go. We have no clue where we're living. How's Chloe doing with us? What's going around us? Like, what's up with these time jumps? Damn. Now again, don't get me wrong, but this was supposed to answer and not raise questions, especially time jumping. But it's a week down, so it's not that much of a big deal anyway. Before entering that place, Chloe hesitates, and upon asking, she explains that, and it's a throwback to Life is Strange Before the Storm episode 2 or 3 maybe, if you've played that game. Just here, under this lamp, it's quiet. Just here we can choose to enter that party or run away. I mean, not literally here, but here in this moment with Rachel. Getting it up. Now this was a throwback to Life is Strange Before the Storm, where after that play, Chloe and Rachel were under that lamp where they decided to leave the town. Having consistency in the story is what I look for when it comes to alternate universes in comics. Anyways, she becomes emotional and talks about her mother and other stuff. This is where my favorite part of comic happened. Chloe then in emotion seems to run away to the other side by saying, come on Max, we don't even know anyone in there, with Max trying to follow and stop her movement as she was going away. They're expecting us, Chloe. We can't. Max says, no, it's happening again. What is this? Chloe, look at me. And before she could continue to stop her, Chloe stops her from behind, saying, let's get inside. Max gets so confused because at one moment Chloe was in emotions, going away, but in the next moment she's talking about getting inside. This was the best twist, and this moment gets a golden up. They then realize the problem at hand after Max's nosebleed, that things aren't right. Max then goes on to say, I keep seeing things, and listen to this. Chloe, I feel fine, really, but you were walking back that way. With Chloe saying, that didn't happen, Max. We paused under the lamp, then we kept going, except I didn't notice you turn around. You were walking away. Oh, I love these type of stories. They then realize that it's not safe, but they had to go inside. We then proceeded the story. We have this party or concert or whatever gig is going on. People are talking about Max's photos and all. So far so good, right? Except out of nowhere it happens again. Max lost Chloe again, this time even worse because she's in a pool of so many people. So if anything goes wrong, it's all over. She then gets panicked, going around here and there asking people where's Chloe, and even started to get nosebleed. worried. People then get worried. One person even went that far to say that she's high. Can't blame them for saying that. And then she asks Tammy, her friend, if she'd seen Chloe. This is where things get interesting because Tammy responded with, Max, you know that Chloe. And before she could continue, that sequence was over. Everything was back to normal. Chloe was there, right beside her. And we're back to the main reality. What's interesting that she presumably was about to say that Chloe's dead because that's Max's biggest fear in this universe, since she saw her death multiple times over and over again, and saving Chloe is all that matters to her now. This whole thing ended when Chloe said, okay, my turn to make decisions now, Max. I don't know what's going on, but I know where it started. And that infamous line of, we're going back to Arcadia Bay. To be continued. Oh, okay, I see you getting it up. The ending wasn't something big or any plot twist, but it sets up a good beginning for upcoming issues. That twist under a lamp was the best part, and overall this issue was a good start for this new comic series. It was slow paced, there are still some flaws in writing, inconsistencies, and time jumps that I absolutely hated, and it's really slow paced, but overall I would give this a good 7 out of 10. Just because of that twist and just because of seeing Chloe in action, I'll just increase it to 7.5. With that being said, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Did you like this issue? Did you hate it? Was it slow? Also come back very soon because in this week we're gonna finish all 4 issues. So come back soon for part 2, aka issue 2, and we'll go through this journey together. Also make sure to subscribe if you haven't already and become an official member of SmackNPie. I'm your SmackNPie. Until next time, take care of yourself and family, stay humble, and be grateful, and peace. Also let me know how this microphone sounds. I still need to tweak this a little bit.